from now, your children will be reading about this in a history book. Use your imagination and pretend that you are in that shuttle. If you could bring one special thing up into space, and everyone's different, so I'm looking for some real special things that's special only to you. Samantha.
My gerbil.
Why would you like to take your gerbil?
Because they're furry, but we'll have to lock the cage double because they get out. My brother.
You want to bring a brother?
And my dad. My Cabbage Patch doll.
You want scissors, glue, crayons, and a good imagination.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. I felt like I was in an airplane, but I wasn't. There were a couple of things that went wrong. We lost the satellite in space. It would feel funny wearing a Buck Rogers backpack. I saw a meteor in space. I kicked the meteor. I broke my toe. I walked and saw something. The capsule landed in the ocean, and a boat comes to pick them up and brings them to NASA, and it starts all over the end.
And of course, when it starts all over again, that at this point will be the beginning of April, a little bit around 2 months from now, when the shuttle will take off to fix that satellite in the sky. That's the thing that they were preparing for on this mission. Well, Challenger is home safely. We thank the youngsters here in Florida. We thank our grown-up friends in Houston, Jules Bergman, Gene Cernan, Jim Bajan, and we particularly thank Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers. That's Bruce McCandless and Bob Stewart for the great show they put on for us while they were up, and the rest of their crew back safely now in Earth. I'm Lynn Sherritt, the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Have a good day.
NASA called it a dream of a touchdown, the first landing in Florida, just 4 miles from where the shuttle was launched 8 days ago. NBC News science correspondent Robert Bazell was there.
Helicopters patrolled the edges of the runway to make certain that no alligators or wild boar came out of the nearby swamps. The weather at the Kennedy Space Center was perfect. The Challenger came into view through long-range cameras as it passed over the west coast of Florida. Commander Vance made a steep left turn over the Atlantic coast and brought the shuttle in for a perfect landing.
Gear down.
The first time a spaceship has returned to the same place from which it was launched into orbit.
Challenger, welcome home. Fantastic.
A short while later, after the shuttle rolled to a halt, the 5-man crew inspected their ship. First reports are that there are no major problems. An enthusiastic crowd, including many employees of the Space Center, was on hand to greet the astronauts.
We share the same enthusiasm that you all have here for the first landing at KSC, and we are really thrilled to have been able to participate in it.
Each of the men introduced his family, but Ronald McNair's introduction was especially notable.
With all my family members, please stand. Let me see who's here. All of them. I want to see who's here. All right. Great, great, great.
This afternoon, the shuttle was towed the 2 miles from the runway to the building where it will be prepared for its next flight. The next space shuttle mission, which will capture and repair a broken scientific satellite, is scheduled to be launched April 4th. That's a tight schedule, but the landing here in Florida should enable technicians to get the Challenger ready on time. Robert Bazell, NBC News, Cape Canaveral.